Ha! Got a great echo going on. Okay, what dog is that? Oh dear Lord, my phone is blowing up. Hello, Sean. Hello, Chris. Welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever it happens to be in your part of the world. Tonight's flight's only about an hour or so. I was going to make it a little longer, but I took my back out a couple days ago and trying to recover enough to work this weekend. So, it's good to see everybody here. We're heading for Resolute, Canada, to a base which is actually the second farthest north that's serviced by an actual commercial airline carrier in Canada. The military is looking at taking it over and adding a 3,000-foot paved runway and making a military base. So that's where we're headed. I do want to, as long as I got two of you here, and Banjo, is he here too? If he is, great. I want to test out, see if we can do, before we start flying, if you don't mind, I just want to see if I can get a giveaway up on here just to test it. I won't give anything away tonight, I'll give away tomorrow, but I want to see if I can do a giveaway. And we're just going to do a custom giveaway. Name of the giveaway, nothing. There, 30 minutes, permissions to everyone. You can only enter once, one ticket, and all you need to do is type in !point raffle. And I don't know if this is going to work or not. And my phone is blowing up as work week. I'm not seeing the giveaway starting. Now it's telling me I don't have an active giveaway. Well, what the hell? Well, this is gonna stink because I got a giveaway going for tomorrow. I need a giveaway for tomorrow. I got to get this thing to work. Oh, let's just say if I give away merch. No, I can't do that either. Damn it. Add giveaway. Custom. Nothing. We're going to run it for, let's try like 5 minutes just for giggles. Merch for everyone. Advanced. Don't need follower to win. Don't need that. Alright. Yeah, it's real pretty here. I have no idea why this is not letting me start this. Okay, it says a giveaway profile is already there. Well, bastard. Giveaway settings. That's all good. What the hell do I have to do to start it? Start. I have to type in what? Oh hell. I'm sorry. We'll go flying in a minute. That's enter giveaway. Okay. How do I start it? What the hell? Ah, here we go. Let's try this. 30-minute timer. It says it's up and running. Could you please just type exclamation mark raffle and see if we can get this? There we go. Alright, because tomorrow night's flight, Thursday night flights, is going to be on Wednesday. We're going to be giving away 50 subscribers. We're going to be giving away 2 $25 gift cards for Just Flight. And it says you're entered. How about that? Great. Thanks for the help. Ah, perfect. It's working. Good. Now let's see if it selects a winner. Alright, get in the plane. Get the brakes off. The flaps ready. Make sure everything's going. Alright, we got that going. Who do we got here? Everybody's in close. So I don't know who I've got. Perfect. Thanks for testing that for me, guys. It'll be big help for tomorrow night. Let's kick this show off the ground here. Oh, you have snow? Am I not on live weather? Shit. Hold on. Oops. That's... Yeah. Okay. Oops, switch it over to live weather. What's real time? We'll switch it to real time too. What the heck? There we go. That was my fault. I was taking some photographs earlier, so I didn't have the weather on. Set my barrel. Kick this bird in the butt, and let's get airborne. On our way over to Resolute. Boy, I probably should have held my brakes a little longer. We're just on the runway, dude. Just starting to take off. We can circle if you want to join in. So that's not an issue. Welcome, Mr. Brett. I haven't done anything. I haven't set my altitude. I'm on a roll. I think 5,000 feet ought to be good for today's flight. Nav mode on, autopilot on, vertical speed. Where is it? Oh, not down. Up, 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 up. Aircraft, up. And where are you going? Yeah, you can watch. Tomorrow's the big one to fly on, not tonight. Tomorrow's the big one to fly. Yeah, we're just testing the raffle thing to see if it works. I appreciate it if you give us a hand with that. Just get some background music going a little bit here. So it's an absolutely hectic, crazy week, as usual. Whenever it's race weekend, I say racing is kind of a whole bunch of boredom in between races where you don't do a heck of a lot, and then all hell breaks loose. And as you can see, I get that same line Shane did the other day on the certain mountains with certain weathers. I messed up my back really bad the other day. And please let me know if the music and the engine and the microphone are all pretty well balanced out. That'd be a big help. It's a pretty epic world up in here. I probably ought to turn on my Tahiti. Oh, and your flight. You know what? I am bummed I missed it because, in typical fashion, we had a thunderstorm and it knocked my internet out. And Frontier will not fix this area on a weekend. There's not enough users to make it worth their while to pay somebody overtime to come out and fix it. It's always miraculously fixed first thing Monday morning. Yeah, I know my inertial separator's on. I see the ice. Well, I'll turn it back off. So, how was everybody's weekend? How did your big flight go, Brett? I saw part of it this morning. It's definitely a way to cheat and grab the Concorde and get there quickly. Are my gears down? Yeah. My flaps are still down too. Thanks. Nope, my gear was up. My flaps are still down. That's a long flight. There's Icarus and there's Banjo over there. The music is driving me bonkers. It's a little too loud for me. How is it for you guys? Ah, good. Sometime tomorrow, there'll be a pop-up stream to test my live streaming on my phone. So you can ignore most of it. It'll probably just be me down by the river. Oh, thanks for recommending that Julka thing, that shower. It's incredible. I've got it working and it's amazing. Oh, yeah. You love that when it takes you all the way to the point of climb before it puts you on the main path? Oh, I gotta shut the... I don't know why I have that open. Oh, man. The hot water in seconds. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. And we got the whole shooting match, the sink, the shower, the tote tub thing. Just can't get over how quick it gets hot water, poof, instantly. It's nice. Oh, I just got to give one shout out before I get started. My buddies, if you look up the top there, Stellar Jeweler does an absolutely phenomenal job. If you have any custom designs, jobs you want done, they're the people to go to. They're in Plymouth, Massachusetts, which is probably a bit out of the way for you guys, but he did it at the front end of a 1959 Chevy for me, or 59 Cadillac, and it just came out phenomenal. He doesn't pay me to say this. He's a good friend of mine. His son races with us, but his jewelry stuff is off the charts, so I always promote him because, like I say, he's a great friend of mine. And he's also taken one of my mother's rings. It's the very first ring my father gave my mother before they were even engaged when he was in the military, and he saved 2 months of pay to buy her this ring. And it's not fancy. And she lost one of those stones. And what he's done is he couldn't match the stone to the old ones, so it was 2 hearts, and he took one of the hearts, the remaining heart, and put it into a necklace for her, and reset it with 2 new stones, 2 new heart stones, and totally redone the ring for her. It's phenomenal. The guy does absolutely spotless work. So if you ever need somebody, there's the guy to go to. Other than that, how was all your guys' weekend? Good, bad, ugly? I'm sorry I'm wired for sound because I'm on all these crazy meds trying to get my back to... Quiet's good. Quiet's very good. Tearing up Lime Rock and the MX-5. Unfortunately, I won't have my MX-5 on the track this weekend, but I will be at Lime Rock. Ooh, yuck. Reinstalling Microsoft Flight Sim on anything is horrible. Lime Rock's a fun little track. You set your car up for an oval race, literally, and just an oval race that goes right instead of left. Set your car up to go around the track to the right. There's only one left-hand turn, and you just throw it away. You don't care if you lose time on that one corner because you're going to make it up on the other 7. Oh, I am at 228, 229. The actual over the ground is 245. We are flying from crap. We're headed to Resolute, Canada, but I forgot where we just left from. It's a military base. It's a U.S. Space Force base, and I just forgot the name of it. Darn it. For the life of me, I forgot the name of it. I'm going to have to look it up. It is BGQQ, and I can't remember the actual... It's Quannack Airport. Not quite North Pole. We started at the farthest north one in Greenland. No, in Canada. Went to this one, which is in Greenland. And now we're on our way from Greenland to Resolute. But very, very far north. And we're just going to fly down through the Canadian Rockies. We're going to stick to the mountains. Just fly down. Right next to your yoke. If you're on the dash here, if you go down, literally the very first switch to the left of your yoke is your internal separator. That's actually for use in heavy rain and icing. It creates a bypass around the engine so it doesn't intake water into the engine. And no worries. If you need to catch up, I can pull back a little bit too. I'm only at about 83% on the lever, 92% throttle. Not pushing it real hard. Not a real big hurry tonight, just kind of a relaxing flight. I'm greatly looking forward to tomorrow night's flight. It'll be my first real outing with the P-38. I haven't landed it yet, so that'll be fun. Figured why not do the first time on camera? No, you'll catch up at 241. Yeah, Warbirds is going to be fun. Warbirds, we'll check out some of the new, how they've redone Italy. I'm excited. Ah, you're babying it, eh? I could back off a little. No need to hurry. This is a relatively short flight. Breaking out of the sea ice. I do find it interesting that the live weather adds to sea ice. Where if you turn it off, there's no sea ice at all. Ah. So it was an aircraft that caused your headaches? Oh, no, the world update. Sorry. World update 9. Yeah, it didn't. There's a couple of people have had issues with the Xbox and with the world update. They had to do crazy things, reinstall certain things, turn off certain things. Zero there. Oh, it looks like there's going to be a wet race this weekend, or at least one or two of them are going to be wet. Chance of thunderstorms. There's a big car show on Sunday, and then racing again on Monday. Not much to see out that way. Look back at everybody else. Oh, dear Lord. 165 gigs of stuff had to be deleted. Ouch. Oh, no. Yeah, when the updates that are supposed to make the sim better make it worse. Good morning, Xenon. Right. Hope you're well this morning. Welcome aboard, Common Air. Oh, dear Lord. 100. Yeah, that is a big file to totally uninstall. Ouch. And William Kelly's here. Hey, we're getting a crowd tonight. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, there's bad school shooting in Texas today. Ugh. Yeah, it's better than nothing. But not, yeah, to download that much. Oh, that's right. We don't mind you watch, participate, hang out. The raffle that's going on in the background is just a test raffle for tomorrow night to make sure I can get it working. So you don't have to worry about entering or not. Oh my God, 16 hours. Ouch. They say my internet was down all weekend, and it went down on like Friday night, and the stupid Frontier will not pay somebody. We are flying from, I just looked this up, from, oh dear Lord, like I said, I just looked it up. We're flying from BGQQ to CYRB. BGQQ is the one where we landed last week. CYRB is Resolute, Canada. It's only about an hour flight, hour and 10 minutes. It's a shorter one. Might do some crazy landing challenges or something silly for a bit afterwards, filling a little bit of time if anybody's up for it. We're just taking our time, not really pushing the planes tonight. Live weather, live time. Yeah, we're heading back to Canada, Resolute, Canada. Yeah, pretty rough school shooting today. I think it was 16 elementary school kids confirmed dead so far. But I'm not talking about that tonight because I don't want to get into depressing stuff tonight. It's pretty that place BGQQ is apparently the only place in the world where 5 glaciers come together into one. A little bit of trivia. Tonight's going to have a couple of stretches over water, but the scenery when we do hit the land is pretty spectacular. I don't want weather. I love we're so far north that a nice straight flight got a big curved line. I'd like to get into why I think what needs to change, but I'll save that for another day. One of my sons is very mentally ill and should never, ever have been allowed to buy weapons. I mean, he'd been treated for mental illness. But because he was juvenile, they're blocked from allowing... They're literally blocked from telling the government this is a sick kid, don't sell him a gun, and he was able to buy guns. Yeah, I think I saw the 25th for the Top Gun DLC, which of course will happen while I'm away. No, that's tomorrow, isn't it? So yeah, it must probably any time now. I hope when they fix when they do the Top Gun DLC, they at least take the time to fix the nose gear. You know, if you're gonna have an F-18 DLC, have the nose gear work in the plane when it's on the ground. I've heard there will be a functioning aircraft carrier. I know there's a new one you can buy now in the game, but in the Sim store. But I think there's going to be a aircraft carrier. I'm hoping they got the T-38 Talon. I love that little jet for the trainer. It makes sense to have that in there, but I don't know. I'll probably not. Rumored that they're gonna have that new that fake experimental jet that's in the movie. I don't know what else they'll include. It'd be kind of nice to put in the enemy aircraft as well. But I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm not sure what enemy aircraft they have. But wasn't the last one the enemy aircraft were two T-38 Talons? Yeah, like I said, I think the last ones were. I would imagine they're going to have a landing challenge that's on the carrier, so that'll definitely be part of it. I hope it's not another Reno Air Races. I doubt it will be because it's supposed to be an entirely free DLC. And what's really funny is they still have Top Gun at Miramar, and it's not. It hasn't been in Miramar since the first movie. Yeah, tornado, hurricane, storm. Yeah, with Microsoft Flight Simulator being totally against active weapons in their aircraft, it's going to be interesting to see how you do a DLC based on fighting aircraft. So. Yeah, it has to do with something they don't want to change the rating to PG-13 or whatever it is. The game rating by having guns and stuff in it. Yeah, in the actual store. Yeah, exactly. If you buy it from one of the outside groups, it's there and works. I don't know. I'd love to have some air-to-air combat. I think it'd be a blast being able to lock up. Even if you don't shoot the other guy down, just having an active lock-on would be incredible. True, it is a flight sim, not a combat sim. I'll give you that. It absolutely is, and it does that very well when it's not hiccuping, when it's not being a loading sim. That's true. There is that. There is a whole combat sim out there, so I guess you have the option to go there. Then if you want super realism, you got the VAT sim. Nope, the raffle ended. That wouldn't be a bad idea either. Do a full-blown combat sim with the... That'd be another money stream for them. Let's see if this thing's going to pick a winner or not. And Preformed is our bragging rights winner. Yeah, you can do that out in Vegas. You can go out in the planes and do the laser tag in the air. Well, hey, thanks a lot for helping me do the test the giveaway. Appreciate it. Big help. You're the official winner of absolutely nothing, but you're the first winner on the stream to win everything and nothing. No, it should only pick one. I can pick two. I can pick more, but and we just end it. All right, now I got that all figured out. We can do the giveaways tomorrow night. That'll make me happy. Thanks for helping me out with that. Appreciate it. I'll get this whole streaming stuff figured out someday. Probably not, but sounds good. All right, see you in about 10 minutes. Enjoy. Yes, this is Canada. We just left Greenland right there, and are heading. This is all over Canada now. We're heading to Resolute. And these, we should actually be going by right here. These are actual fjords. Great White North. Coo, 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 coo. Oh man, used to love that show. Oh, Bob and Doug. Like, was I... Home of the Looney and the Toonie. Oh, man. Was I the only person who was excited that the first two astronauts aboard the SpaceX launch was named Bob and Doug? I swear to God, they should have put takeoff A somewhere on that capsule. I was really bummed that they didn't. Home with the majority of my family. I'll be up in Canada in about 3 weeks. Get to go play spectator at the Formula One. Which is good because I haven't been in like 6 years. I used to go every year, and I've been in like this is about 5 years off because every year they had a scheduled race on Montreal Formula One race weekend. Like every year at an actual race I had to work. So I couldn't go. And then I could finally go, and then COVID hit, so they couldn't cross the border, and they canceled the race. Finally, no race that weekend, and we could cross the border. And it's such a beautiful track because most people don't realize that the F1 racetrack is a beautiful park the rest of the year. It's all flowers and green lawns, and it's beautiful up there. Then you add in 200-mile-an-hour race cars. I haven't been to a race yet with the hybrid sixes. I hear they're like incredibly quiet. That the GP2 races are louder. I've been to the casino, not during race weekend, but I have been to that casino. That's the old, and the big ball is the old Man in His World from the World's Fair back in the 60s. The casino's got a great buffet. It's got one of those chocolate fountains. Oh yeah, that's all I care about, chocolate. When you were in Montreal, did you ever go to, oh, is it the Queen Elizabeth Hotel? That's got the pool on the roof that's open year round? Is it the Queen Elizabeth? I think it's Queen Elizabeth. That you start off, you go up the elevator and you get out and you're in the pool room, but then you can swim underneath the little wall and go outside in the middle of winter and swim around the top of the roof of this motel. When the kids were little, we used to take them up there. In the middle of winter, we'd book a vacation up there once a year just to go up there and swim in that. Swim outside in the winter time, and to go to the biodome in the middle of winter when it's like 80 degrees and humid in the rainforest at the biodome. It's funky how old this world looks, like ancient old. No, it's not the Queen Elizabeth Hotel. It's the Plaza Bonaventure. That's it. Getting old sucks. Can't remember things like that. I'm still trying to find somebody that owns one of these. No, I haven't. Let's shoot the town. No, I've been up to. I may have gone through it, but I've been up to the racetrack up there. Oh dear Lord, it's the one that's owned by Stroll. Mount Tremblant. Oh no, I haven't been up there for that. That sounds awesome, frozen waterfall. This landscape is just so old and worn. I keep expecting to see little A-wings cruising around, some AT-ATs crossing along in front of me. Am I going to clear that hill? Ugh, voice cracked. You know what? I don't think I'm going to clear that. I'm not. I better pick it up to like 7,000. Even though I'm going west, there should be even numbers. Oh, there's some turbulence. Oh. Sorry about that. I tried to cover the mic. There's a mountain ahead of us. I guess these are all mountains. Some more turbulence. My barometric changed quite a bit. Up here, I imagine everything is all windswept, rounded right off, old, ancient mountains. Unlike the Rockies, which are all young. Are these the actual fjords? Coming up? Yes, they are. There. It's funny because, you know, I grew up in the mountains here in New York, and they're very old, ancient mountains. They're all rounded off and wore down. And then when I've driven out through Colorado, and you're out on those young mountains, they're still tall and pointy and sharp. It's just so interesting at how it wears it down. I'm still trying to find somebody that owns one of these TBMs, because I'm going to get to see one up close and personal. I probably can't talk them into flying me in it, but I'm going to see one. The glacier's running down. Look at how everything's just got like a top. It's all flat, goes on forever, but you realize that those tops are 5,000 feet. Oh man, that's a heck of a drive. I did that one time coming back from Las Vegas. I went from Las Vegas to upstate New York, and it was like 48 hours. It was nuts. Yeah, Canada World update would be nice. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a lot of areas getting updated. Hey, Wes is here. Look at that. Good morning. How are you today? It's Wes. Remind me, Wes, that I got to put in a link to your channel. I don't have one yet. Actually, I could do that now. We're on cruise control. If I can find the right buttons. Modular commands. There we go. Well, that's weird. Fine, make me do it the hard way. Interesting. Yeah, well, just change the whiteness of the snow. Why on earth can't I find your channel? There we go. Try this here. Add command. Let's see if this works. Yeah, I think it's drunk. It hasn't updated yet. Oh, there it goes. Alright, that's another thing out of the way. Besides, if anybody does show up here that's regular, it's got a channel and want me to put in a command for you, or a website, or whatever, let me know. We'll put one in. Oh, you're welcome, Wes. Same flight plan, 3 different. I know it. All 3 planes are taking. I think the curve of the Earth screws with it. Because I mean, look at how curved the flight plan is. I wonder if I manually put in the flight plan if it had taken a different route. This is the little nav map route. There's the fjords. Definitely not the most boring. Yeah, the curve. That's why the flight plan is curved, because this far up north, it's more pronounced, the curve of the Earth. When you make it flat, it exaggerates the track. Just taking a different route, I guess. If capitalize the frog. I capitalize everything. I probably shouldn't do that. I should probably go through and edit them all and take the capital out. But it'll be exclamation point capital F-R-O-G. Or the frog? It's either frog or the frog. I bet you it's the frog. Yes, it's the frog. I'll change it to just frog. Hold on. Let me edit that. It'll be easier, just exclamation frog. There. It's not even capital. Exclamation frog should now work. With no capitals, no the. That's better. Now I'll try just regular frog. And I haven't got to the part of the world where you put in fancy sounds and things. No, all lowercase now, not capitals. Oh, they worked with capitals too, so apparently it doesn't recognize capital or lowercase. There should be one for Brett. It's in there. Yeah, the Earth is flat and round and carried on the backs of 4 elephants riding on the back of a giant tortoise called Great Autuin. The Grease Fjord. That's what that is. No, I haven't figured out the sound, how to put the sound files in there for people to, you know. Oh, 200? Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. That's exciting. Yeah, I haven't figured out how to put in the sound bites with the links yet. All right, give me a break. I just barely figured out how to do a giveaway today. Yes. That's a hell of a cliff. Little Minecraft world. Did you ever notice in Minecraft it rains everywhere but the square you're on? You look straight up, it's not raining on you. It's raining everywhere but where you're standing. Yeah, see that? It just takes a little longer, that's all. A little thick-headed, takes a little longer to teach the trick. Uh-oh, Icarus punched it up a notch. Hey man, weatherman's the greatest job in the world. Where else can you be wrong 75-80% of the time and still keep your job? Oh hell, I gotta shut that off. There's definitely some interesting scenery. Definitely a lot different than I was expecting. Guess I was expecting everything to be a lot lower and flatter. Oh, like I've said in the thing on Tuesday Flight, somebody did something, and I don't know what yet. Oh, dude, thank you. Thank you very much for the tip. It will go towards the giveaways. Thank you very much. First tip ever. We'll write that down. Keep that in mind. Yeah, the live weather is doing really well. I expected heavier winds up here because of that polar wind vortex thing, but apparently it's not. If I could figure out how to have a pin your comment, I would do that. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's new. First time I had to pin something. Thanks a lot, Les. I appreciate it. Like I say, it'll all go right back into the giveaway. Live time, live weather. Like I was saying though, on Tuesday nights, I really want to do these TBM flights like every other weekend or every other Tuesday, so they don't get stale and boring. But in between, if anybody wants to do a flight plan, just hit me up in Discord, and we can put it together and fly your flight plan. If you want to do a tour flight, where you're the tour guide, we can work it out. PC-12? Probably. I know the PC-21 has become one of my favorite aircraft for doing the low and fast. What a fun little plane to fly that is. So the PC-12 probably in real life it's a direct competitor to TBM. Yeah, it's a military trainer. And I know the other day we were all discussing what all those crazy lines are on the cockpit. In the front, it was literally, I heard de-icing, I heard all kinds of crazy stuff. The official reasoning for those big lines in the PC-21, according to the official documentation on the aircraft, those are reinforcements against bird strikes. That's what that is. That's to reinforce the cockpit to protect the pilot in the front against bird strikes. That's why those big, heavy, thick lines on it. Jet cord. Yeah, it's not to blow the canopy. It's literally to prevent you from getting hit by birds. Could be. I actually don't have the Hawk. I should probably get it because it's probably another one of those jets that's really fun to fly down low. Yeah, it was driving me nuts what that actually was, so I looked it up. It's amazing how easy it is to get some documentation from some of these companies. But I am still pissed off that the company that's doing the flight testing around here won't respond to my emails at all. They're flight testing a new kind of a hybrid electric aircraft. It's got 2 electric motors to push it forward through the air and fly like a regular plane. But it's also got 4 little electric motors that can pop up and take off vertically and land vertically. They haven't tested that part of it yet, but they're testing like 25 miles from here, and I've seen it flying a couple times. I was bummed last time trying to get a picture of it while I was driving. Now that stinks that they have to dumb down the F-35. Probably won't give you the vertical takeoff and landing on the Xbox. But the company just won't return my emails at all. That's just kind of burns my bubble. Just say, a quick little, we're sorry, we're not up to doing photographs right now of it or whatever. But they just ignore the emails, which is too bad. Didn't India Fox Teco just come out with another aircraft prop job? Can't remember what it was. I just saw it the other day. Can't think of it. Oh, sorry. I'm back. I kind of drifted away there for a second. I was trying to figure out what that new air pilot was working on. Apparently, he's already got the Top Gun Maverick activities. Oh, Wes showed up in the flight. Did I miss something? Oh yeah, there he is. Got his DC-6 cranking along. That thing is a beast. There he is in his big DC-6. Now you've flown that bird a lot of places. I think we'll be pretty good with the de-icing today because It really seems to be dry. Even though I do have all mine on. No, I don't have it all on. I don't even have my. I'm not even waste. I'm not even icing up my windshield. It's like one of those cold and dry days. You see down in Colombia, they've crashed 2 DC-3s in like 2 weeks. Both are almost doing the same darn thing, not lifting the tail to get enough control authority. I don't know if the DC-6 is like that, but I know the DC-3, you have to. They were talking about it the other day that you have to fly the tail. You have to lift the tail almost as soon as you start rolling because the tail wheel is fixed and won't turn. JD and Coke. I like a coffee or tea, iced tea. Not Long Island iced tea either. It's regular old iced tea. Oh man, I used to drink a lot of vodka. Whew. That was my poison. I'm the first one to admit I'm one of those instant asshole just had alcohol. I'll fight with anybody and everybody when I drink. I'm a total jerk. I'm a jerk when I'm sober, so adding alcohol makes it worse. I have been sober 25 years this year. That's nuts. That's hard to believe. Hard to believe I've done anything for 25 years. That DC-6 can put on a turn of speed, man. Look at that thing go. Awesome. I wasn't sober. I was a drunk. I was a really bad drunk. Literally started working in a bar when I was still in high school. So that made drinking quite easy. I went and bought a case of beer at the store. And the poor girl working the counter almost had a heart attack. She was like, wait, what? But the guys did some work on my car for nothing, so I just brought them a case of beer. Oh, here he comes. That's awesome, Brett. I wish I could say the same after everything I've done in my life. Apparently, I don't have the DC-6 because I see you as a jet. That's awesome to be. Never have to deal with it. I drank, I smoked, never really did drugs. I take that back. I was on painkillers for a while. That was the doctor prescribed them. Nope, I don't have it. I'll definitely have to add that to my list. My growing list. There's Icarus. Banjo, everybody cruising along this ice cold Canadian air. That's something I wish I didn't do, smoke. It was harder to quit than it was to. It was easier to quit drinking than to quit smoking. This stuff is horrible. Not going to start now, huh? I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. Each your own. I'll never start again after dealing with my dad with stage 4 lung cancer. I quit years before that, but after dealing with his cancer, no. That's enough to make me not want to touch it again. No kidding. Yeah, they're $10 a pack here in the States now, or 11, 12 for the name brands, 15. Any reason to die. Dear Lord, I never shut my landing lights off either. I'm having a bad night. I didn't put my flaps up. I never turned my landing lights off. Might as well leave them off at this point. Or leave them on at this point because not too far from landing. We got a ways. Oh yeah, I guess we got quite a ways. Apparently, Microsoft Flight Simulator was full of crap when it said this was only an hour flight. A pack or a piece? Because here now, if you want Marlboro, the name brand, it's like 14 in New York, $14 or $15 a pack. You can get the generic brands for like $10. And with the cost of gas going up, I need the money to put my tank. Yeah, well, I expect the suggested times to be way off when we're doing the low and slow because we don't fly point to point. We fly a million little curves, but this is way off, um, which is fine. I don't mind. Oh Jesus, Icarus! Oh my God! Yeah. Oh, cheers. As I lost one of my lungs, I cut my smoking in half. Well, now, what does one do after that? Oh, that's funny. Tour around, see where everybody is. Funky. Wonder what made all these lines. No, wait, they're fjords. It's probably slutty Bartfast. Bartfast. I don't like cigars. They stink. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? I think I always pick the throttle up. They're only running about 75%. Just enjoying the view and the weather and the company. My Goofy, my little fat dog, she's outside. Doesn't want to come in because it's nice out. Well, you got to smoke that much if you only got one lung. You got to double the dose. I don't know. I smoked weed like in high school. Every time I would smoke it, I'd get in a fight with somebody. Quite literally. I would end up in a fight. Getting a little turbulence here. I got tailwind. What do we got? 103 nautical miles. Says 26 minutes. Getting some good turbulence now. That DC-6 is a real beast, isn't it? As far as performance-wise. Brett. So like a camel you go a long time without. 53 gallons of water in 3 minutes. Holy crap. The only good thing is Icarus is now legal in just about every state. Looks like we're going to hit some weather. Wait, there's a river below us? You call the weed guy and they deliver? New York just legalized it, but they did a backdoor gun control with it. They legalized it, but if you have pot in your possession, even if you're not smoking it and haven't smoked it, but if you have pot in your possession, you can't have a firearm. New Hampshire, man, state-run liquor stores. New Hampshire's doing the same thing with their weed. They're making it state-run weed stores. It's against the law for anybody to sell booze or weed in New Hampshire except for the government. A buddy of mine up here, it's been illegal in New York forever. And a buddy of mine got caught with the helicopter. They saw his plants when they were going over the helicopter, growing out in the yard. He's been postponing the court dates for almost 3 years now. Keeps postponing and postponing and postponing. They finally legalized marijuana, so they had to drop the case against him. That's right. Icarus is in California, the only place farther left than New York. I know. I love the sound of radials. Unfortunately, I hear jet engines when he gets close. Because I don't have the mod, or I don't have the DC-6. I really want the duck for the big radials. Or buy big radials. I really want the duck, but I don't know how much I'd actually use it. The duck or the goose? The goose. It's called the goose, not the duck. What the heck am I talking about? Because it's used in DuckTales. That's where I got the duck from. The one from DuckTales. The goose. Oh, I love the sound of them in real life, too. They're incredible. But still, nothing beats a fully blown, flat out P-51D with the Merlin engine screaming overhead. That's a noise you never forget. It's like the old V10 days of Formula One. Yeah, the duck. It was stuck in my head. He ducktails to use the goose. Like, I told you, getting old sucks. Yeah, they both have their own likabilities, but man, just standing there, and those Mustangs come screaming over your head, and you can tell it's a Mustang from way out. Well, you kind of radio too. You can tell the radio's coming. Oh, getting a little cloud cover. Hopefully it cleared over by the airport, but it looks like it's getting a lot worse. I never got to fly anything with a radial or Merlin or anything. I only ever flew was pistons and turboprops, and I really, really, really like turboprops. They take a minute to respond, to spool up all the power you'd ever want. Oh, the Corsair, isn't that thing a bugger to fly? I haven't even thought about that one yet, because I think that bird was tough to fly in real life. You know, Icarus, I would think, given how you usually fly, you're so low you'd never have a chance. And flying a turboprop Friday morning, it's going to stink. I won't be here. I will be at the racetrack. I'll be there till Monday my time, so Tuesday your time. Hard on the ground steering. Oh, in real life, you'll be on a turboprop. Oh, that's right. You're going into town on that crazy. They wanted to send you on a bus or something like that. It blows its load on the windscreen. I'm not going there. Nice. It would be like a Dash 8 or one of those turboprops. No, most tail draggers, if you fly the tail, they get a lot better. Ah, Saab 340. I have to say, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow with the Warbirds. It's going to be a lot of fun. Noisy turboprop. Yeah, turboprops are loud. And most of my flight hours when I was learning to fly was all in a Cessna 441 Conquest with the twin turboprop. It was one of the first back in the 80s, late 80s. That was one of the first planes to have built-in weather radar. That particular model did. And for GPS, it had an aftermarket thing that hung on the yoke. It gave you your actual digital GPS locations. That is one plane I would like to see in real life. I've seen the Mustang and a Zero doing a mock dogfight. And the Zero is really neat to see. Can't remember the German bomber I got to see. Can't remember that one. That was German prop job bomber. I would like to see it Spitfire in real life. Actually flying. There's a really neat place if you ever come to New York City. That's about 2.5 hours north of New York City, called the old Ryanbeck Aerodrome. If you're into aircraft and you're going to New York City, take the trip out to the aerodrome. They fly daily World War I aircraft. And they have several. And I mean, they probably have like 12 or 14 of them in flying condition. It is amazing to go down there and watch that. They do mock dogfights. They drop flower bombs out the over the side like they would have done the grenades back in the day. Yeah, look it up. It's really neat. It's old Ryanbeck Aerodrome in New York. There's all kinds of videos from there. And they just got some new World War I plane that it's a replica. Obviously, it's a replica, but they just got one they just started flying this year. A new one that was rebuilding a classic one from scratch, but they just started flying it this year. There, I'm going to start losing a little altitude here. Bring her down to 35. Why aren't you working? Hello. Fine. It doesn't want to change my altitude. Bugger. Oh, because I'm not on the right one. Hello. Thousand feet a minute ought to be a good run down. Might want to check might have to check the de-icing. Well, my screen hasn't started to ice up yet. Yeah, they do shows every day, weather permitting, obviously. You're not going to fly in an old plane like that in bad weather, but on nice days, they fly every day, all summer long. I think that one they just got is one of the oldest. Like I said, that's a replica. I think it's one of the very first monoplanes. I think of those crazy those guys actually going up in those things. That's like when we do the historic races. It drives me bonkers that some of these race cars don't even have seatbelts, and they drive them without seatbelts. Let's get out of here for a minute while we're going down, see where everybody's at. West, Icarus, and I've lost Banjo. Oh, you're up. There he is. Yeah, I see you up there finally. Yeah, it's nuts, man. And they still race them. You know, these guys are out there still running the old pre-war cars, still racing them. It's like amazing to watch these guys do that. Oh, 3,500 might be a little too low. I gotta. Nah, I'll clear it, I think. It's going to be close. Thought I'd get down below some of that weather. Now we're getting a crosswind, which will be good for landing. Only 27 miles out. Should have a wind blowing almost directly down the runway. It's only 3 knots. Let's hope I can see the runway. This is the farthest north runway in Canada with an ILS system in it. And it has regular commercial flights in and out of it. Oh, I wish the computer, they'd figure out a way to do a fixed position so you can set a position to watch the flight from and stream from that, but fly in VR. Landings, the flights aren't bad, but the landings are so much easier in VR. Yeah, the weather's getting pretty thick here. I have to. Still not icing up though. The temperature is what? Minus like stupid cold. minus 22°C. Outside air temp, minus 13°C. It's one of those cold that's so cold that everything's dry. Yeah, I'm not icing at all. I can't see. I'm not icing. And I still have to pack for this weekend. I haven't even got packed. I've been cooking all day. This trip, it's made. I do dinner for Thursday night and breakfast Friday morning. And for Thursday night, we're going to have grilled prime rib. I cooked a big prime rib today. We're going to slice it and cook it on the grill to reheat it. Grilled prime rib and fried potatoes, and then big pot of sausage, gravy, and biscuits for breakfast Friday morning. It's kind of become we try to one-up each other when it comes to the meal. Everybody's in charge of one night, one breakfast, or one lunch. It's become a big thing to try to one-up each other. And one of the guys is bringing chicken marsala. Somebody else is doing a big plate of lasagna. And we're coming up on the town of Resolute. So I guess you got to be kind of resolute to live out here. Yeah, I know. I love food. Yeah, I'll drive up. I usually drive up every day, but I got some friends coming from out of state. They're coming from Massachusetts and Connecticut. So we're just getting a couple places up there in Saint Jean de Richelieu, just south of Montreal, about 30 minutes. Because unlike Montreal Formula One weekend, you're going to pay $350, $400 a night for a room. And I can get a room down in St. John for $50 a night. That's clean. Yeah. So figure out if that's the town or the airport or what's over there. Oh, I can see the blinky lights for the airport over there. Okay, we're doing better now. Okay, autopilot, you're going off. I can get a better view of that. Oh, apparently the ILS is going with the tailwind, but we're not going to use that direction. What in the world happened there? Something didn't load. They're slowing the bird down. Find that runway. There it is. You know, the only vehicle ticket I've ever gotten in my life was in Montreal. Got a ticket for doing right on red. You can do it just about every place in the States. Something you do every day here. I did it up there and got a ticket. And I did it right in front of the officer. And you know what they did to me? I wrote them the check, paid my fine, it was $50. And they took it in American funds, the buggers didn't convert it to Canadian. Better lined up now. This is where the yeah, the VR comes in so much handy. I did spend the night in jail there one night when I was 18 years old. And I was drunk. A bunch of us were drunker than a skunk. And I come out of the bar, and there's one of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police on his horse. And I don't know if you guys all saw the cartoon, but there used to be a cartoon when I was growing up called Dudley Do-Right. It was a cartoon about a goofy Royal Canadian Mounted Policeman. Well, that RCMP officer did not think it was nearly as funny as I did calling him Dudley Do-Right. So they tossed me in the drunk tank overnight. I'm finally icing up. And first thing in the morning, the guy comes in, gives me a pad and a piece of paper and tells me if I write the officer a letter of apology, they'll let me go. So I did. I wrote the letter of apology. Got out. Went over to where we had the car parked. My friends had already gone home. They bailed and left me hanging out in Canada. I had to hitchhike home. Whoa, what the heck? Why did you just take off to the right? Well, it's definitely a concrete runway. Let's see if I can find a place to get off the runway. Don't see a taxiway. Oh, yeah, right there. Yeah, for not speaking French, yeah. They get a little grumpy about that unless you're on the West Island. Well, it's not clearly marked, but I'm going to take it anyways. Luckily, I grew up with my dad speaking French, my grandmother speaking French. I could speak enough French to make them happy to not be mean to me. Look at the TBMs all parked here. All right, sneak in between two of these. All right, I'm down. Let's see. Anybody else down? Yeah, Icarus is down. Banjo's down. Ice is coming in. I wonder if I can get my drone out before everybody gets down. I never turned it on, so it's going to want to go through the whole default thing if it even turns on. Yep, there it goes. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Oh! I gotta learn how to fly the drone. Because we'll catch Wes's landing here with that DC-6. which will show up as a 737. They said your French was terrible. Yeah, my French isn't great. And the drone's slower than death. I didn't turn the speed up. Look at that butter landing. Look at that. And he did the same thing. Mine yanked to the right there, and there's not a crosswind. Must be ruts in the runway. Yeah, Wes, you come a long way from doing your donuts at the end of the runway. Good job. Awesome landing. I want to thank everybody for coming out. I want to thank Wes for being my first person ever to donate to the stream. I appreciate it. Say it'll all go right back into the stream. Thank Banjo and Icarus and Wes for flying along. Brett, Xenon for popping by, hanging out with us, and everybody else that I'm sure I forgot. I know there was... Who else was here? Let me go scroll up and find out. Double check. Got Sean, who's Banjo. We got that taken care of. We got Xenon. I knew there was... William was here. Oh, dear Lord. Yeah, William, and who was else? I think that was it. If I missed anybody, I am sorry. I think we got everybody covered. Please, if you get a chance, come on out tomorrow night. It's going to be a lot of fun. Be low and fast with some more planes and some giveaways. For my 50 subscriber special, we'll have giving away two $25 Just Flight gift cards. Say it was a great night, great flight. I do thank everybody for coming out, hanging out. And again, Wes, you're the man. You'll go down in history as the first person ever donating here when I become big and famous. Yeah, right. Like that's ever going to happen. I'm not worried about that, but thanks again for that. Appreciate it. Thank everybody for stopping by. Till tomorrow. Hopefully see you all tomorrow. Y'all take care of each other and look out for each other and have a good night. I'm out.